Hey
Everybody,
there,
I'm Carrie,
and I'm Jeff.
and we wanted to come and give you an October update and just share a little snippet of our life.
Mm-hmm.
We have been doing English evenings for a lot of years,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have a quick little story. There's a lady who we invited over for dinner this summer, and then she had us over for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed us how she has this huge balcony and she can actually see the sunrise and the sunset from the same area. She's got this beautiful view of
That's
of
gorgeous.
the Rhine Valley. And so she showed me a picture of that morning, or maybe it was the morning before, of this amazing sunrise. And then I went home and thought, I also took a picture of a sunrise, and I looked on my phone and I saw the timestamp was the same, was 1 minute delayed from her timestamp. So I sent that to her, and we were kind of like ooh and eyeing over the fact that we were taking pictures of the
Mm-hmm.
same sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to make her this little you can see it, a little
A little
pencil
postcard,
drawing, a
yeah.
little postcard. I'm going to put a verse down below. I think the verse is his mercies are new every morning,
Mm-hmm.
and give that to her. So it's just a little um, window into our world.
Yeah, a little window into that. For me, in our last video, we shared an update about me joining Missionary Aviation Fellowship,
Yeah.
and we talked about how there were challenges in the way of that, and we're praying through those challenges. Well, for whatever reason, God chose not to let us through. And MAF spent 5 or 6 months trying to find a way legally to hire me.
Mhm.
And in the end, they had to call it quits. It was just going to cost too much money, too much time to make it work.
It was complicated being an American in Germany, but
They're in the UK
in the UK,
and
so
all of these things. And I understand. I wasn't angry. There's no
we were
problems there.
disappointed, but
Disappointed, but understanding. And so things with EDOT have continued to shut down, and I needed a new home, a new place to rest my head, so to speak. And there's another team here in the same village we live in, called GemStone Media, and they have been making movies for years. And so I talked to their Jim Meyer, the one of the bosses there, and he said that I could join them. Now, I don't make movies. I'm not that way, but I do like talking about movies. And it turns out they have a website called CinemaOutreach.com. You can go there now. And they're asking me to upgrade it, to really give all my attention because they're focused on a new movie they're working on and they can't give it this attention. So that's where I come in. And so I'll be sharing with you an example of what I'm doing with that work towards the end of the video. So
so I just wanted to share about CBS really quick. We started the Book of Daniel in my local class here in Condern, the bilingual class. We have about 60 ladies coming to that. And then also as far as CBS Europe and the prayer ministry, that's in full swing. Lots of prayer meetings throughout the week with different groups of people. But I'm really excited about a new opportunity with the Russian-speaking world. There's a pastor's wife I've connected with, and she's building a team there, and she and her whole family has been involved in CBS for years, and so it's quite a joy to work with her. So, and then our kids.
So Wesley is continuing his career, doing really well. We had asked you to pray for Joelle that she would find a full-time job, and she did. She's working as a bank teller now, and it's been a lot of fun just watching them learn how to be adults.
Yeah. And then Sophie is, last time we spoke was in South Africa, but then she went to Angola, and she actually got to go into the bush and be on a target team or a challenge team. So that was a great experience for her. Then she went to Ghana, 2 different ports in Ghana, and now she is sailing to Sierra Leone. And from Sierra Leone, they're going to be there a few weeks, but then they're going to cross the Atlantic and go to the Caribbean, and she'll be in the Caribbean around December 1st or so.
Yeah.
So quite an adventure
Exciting
for
times
her.
for her, definitely.
Yeah. And then you're just going to share an example of your
Yeah,
cinema outreach.
So Cinema Outreach's point and purpose is to encourage people, to invite people into their homes to watch a movie, a big budget Hollywood type movie, and then with the hope and prayer that a gospel conversation might happen afterwards. So the first movie that I'm tackling is called Unbroken. I'd recommend you watch it. It's a great movie with all kinds of gospel application. But I'm just gonna share one of the questions that I've written for this. This would be asked at the end of the movie. Early in the movie, Louis tells his brother, "I'm not like you. I'm nothing." Then later in the movie, after losing a foot race to a prison guard, the commander, we call him the Bird, tells him, "You fail. You are nothing." Both of these are lies. What's the truth? So I'm encouraging them just to let that hang and see what the group says from all these different walks of life. But I also add a Christian worldview. So I've written this as an answer just to prompt the Christian, the inviter, to remind them of what the truth is. How can you be nothing if God loves you so much? You are not an accident. You are not here by chance. God made you intricately and carefully. That's Psalm 139. Jesus cares about you and knows you so well, he knows the number of hairs on your head. That's in Matthew 10. Yes, you aren't perfect, and you know the secret things that you're ashamed of, the sins that you've committed. But Jesus died for you before you even did those things. That's Romans 5:8. Make Jesus the most important person in your life and believe that he rose from the dead, and you will be saved and live with him forever. That's Romans 10:9. So reminding that Christian of these basic biblical truths is something I get to do now, and I love it. So I hope you're encouraged by this video, and we'll let you go for now. But until then, we'll say cheers!
Cheers!